Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dishpit Podcast. Good evening. I'm your host, Jay Fandango, and I will actually pass it over to
Mikey Miguel right over here, sitting right in front of these guys.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and jump in this time.
There you go.
Chocolate Daddy. And normally I wait to go last, but this time I just, the mood struck. So I'm here.
How does that make you feel, Crow?
You know, sitting across from Chocolate Daddy, I feel that it's time that he was introduced for the third time instead of the last time.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate that.
Good call. Good call.
Welcome to the Dishpit Podcast, episode 73. This episode is going to be about, I have no idea because we just got back from vacation. I didn't really plan anything, so obviously
It's brought to you by booze.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Take us
Cheers. You want to go
Cheers.
where everybody knows your name.
And we are sponsored by Jim Beam tonight.
Dead Air.
Dead air.
Ooh.
Tastes like fire.
So how was y'all's last 4 days?
It was good. I actually, well, I don't know if this is proper to say on air, but I was rolling balls the other night.
No, it's proper.
What,
You can say
ecstasy?
that.
On ecstasy, yeah. It
Well,
was-
you finally took those?
I took one of them.
Officer, he's right here.
I took one of them, and it was enough to make me roll.
Oh,
You know?
Yeah, Blake should be a cop, I think.
he looks
think
like
so?
a cop.
Like, he should go to the police academy, become a cop, so we can have a guy on the inside.
Yeah, he looks like a cop that would narc on the other cops.
Blake
G,
would fuck
I'm gonna
up
need
and
you to
end
be a
up-
lawyer because you're always talking about some shit.
All right, fair enough. Got
Blake
it.
And
would fuck up
Mark-
and end up on 21 Jump Street.
You get to be a paralegal.
No, Mark
Yeah.
is the guy in front of the TV camera.
Please, yeah, I'd love PR. I'd
Yeah.
love to do PR.
Yeah, he's a paralegal.
Yeah, except
He's
that you,
the assistant to G.
except that you gotta say whatever
You
I
as an
write
assistant.
for you.
I could do that. Yeah,
Can you read off a teleprompter?
absolutely.
Cue cards.
Yes.
Do they use cue cards anymore?
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought they
still,
used
for
teleprompters.
sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
In live shows, they use cue cards.
That would be the perfect role for you, bro. The PR.
I honestly thought
I'd
all
love that.
live shows have just like teleprompters. now.
Only the like a star. Only when they're doing like a monologue or something, they have a teleprompter and it going. But if you're doing live, they have big giant cue cards that you hold up like this so people can see.
Have you ever been to like a live filming of a
I've
TV show or
I've been to
sitcom?
Jerry Springer, SNL, Late Show with Craig Ferguson, David Letterman, late night.
I did a Raw match. WWE.
I don't count
Yeah,
wrestling. That's just
Yeah,
like a, that's
no,
like a.
no. I'm
I
talking
was
about
there.
live studio event. Yeah,
Technically, though, I have been to a wrestling, but I meant like a live television show. I mean, technically, wrestling is a television show,
Mark's like I went
but
to
it's like a
baseball
that's like a
game.
sporting event.
There's two shows that I would love to go on. Number one, Maury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to go on that show?
Just to be in the
Oh yeah.
audience.
They're
So you can be
free.
the guy like, dang.
Wait, Maury
then-
over Jerry?
Maury over Jerry.
Are they still doing Jerry?
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
they do still do
Judge
that.
Jerry. He's a judge now.
Get
He's
the
the
f-
mayor and a judge of. He's the mayor of his town and a judge. He's Judge
That's
Jerry Springer.
insane.
The other's Oprah. Just because like she gives shit away, like
You get a car.
steadily giving people cars. Like
That'd be the episode where you get like a timeshare in like India or something.
Bro.
Even on the episodes, they don't say she gives
I would
stuff
not want
away.
a timeshare in India. I'm just saying.
She gives stuff away.
Oh, you'll be on the episode where they give you a certificate of a donation made in your name to some little boy in Africa.
what's funny is with my luck, that's actually what I would get. Like, for
Get
sure.
like $3.
Bro. If my
You now
luck
own a star.
my luck is definitely a 3 out of 10.
Everyone
for sure.
gets stars.
We've given everyone in the audience $50,000 to donate to a starving child in Africa.
Yeah.
to donate to poor
Bro.
people. I'm poor. Can I get on the poor people list?
Bro. For
You
sure.
gotta change sides. It's not that hard.
So
I went to Jerry though. That was fun.
Did anybody fight?
Yeah, of course. It was when Steve was still there too.
Steve Wilkos when he was a security guard?
Yeah,
those were the golden ages
But
of
did
Jerry.
you ask a question though?
I did not.
Sir.
I was still
Bro.
I was like 17.
Oh, okay. You weren't as witty yet.
So
Yeah.
you remember when Chris used to come out and he would take the side of the contestant on the show
Yeah.
when the audience members had better jokes than the contestants.
I remember that when the audience had better jokes in the.
That dude went on to become a rapper.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
That's awesome.
You remember? I would never have brought it up had you not said the golden years.
yeah,
I mean,
for real. I did not know that he.
You
would
remember
be-
him, right? with the sideburns.
Yeah.
And he was white as can be.
White as
and
can
he
be.
was taking everybody's. Yeah. He's a rapper.
Yeah, he would always go sit on the contestant side in case that the fucking people on the stage would like run to the audience and start beating people up and shit. They had the best jokes.
Jerry was always too ratchet for me, bro. Like, too ratchet.
It was believable though. The ratchetness of it.
I
made
feel
it
like
believable.
all of those shows are believable.
Until it started
No,
getting
no,
out.
nobody feels like they're acting.
Until it started getting out that it was staged.
I feel like
Is it all
Maury's
staged?
the most
Most of it.
believable one.
because the cameraman really chases.
Bro, that's part of what makes it funny. But yeah, like I feel like
He's not the father. Oh my gosh! Like,
They immediately
follow-
go to all fours and put their face into the carpet.
Get the shot. Get the
Get
shot.
the shot.
Maury would be hilarious to be on.
Yeah, that's true.
Imagine having sex with so many people that you just don't know who this fucking baby daddy is, and you have to go and get a paternity test on a television show. That shit's for sure fake.
What's crazy is they say they do like 10 dudes. You know, it's like 7 guys took the test,
remember that.
and they all came up.
And none
like,
of them were the
none
father.
of them were the father.
Dang.
And
The guy that
everyone-
didn't get called on Maury is like, woo!
Bro.
He's sitting at home watching, just eating popcorn. Like, this is the best.
God damn.
And all of their versions of the story are all different but the same. You know, I met this girl one time.
at a party.
I don't even know her name.
Oh, I used to love the excuses. Like, I fell asleep. I didn't even know I had sex with her. You know, I was asleep.
Man, we had sex in the tree.
never
Everybody
had
knows
sex
you
while
can't get
asleep.
pregnant while having sex in the tree.
You ever had sex while asleep, Mark?
Yeah.
While asleep.
Yeah, I used to sip drink.
Oh, that.
I mean, technically, if the girl like kind of starts you off while you're asleep, though,
Yeah, I used to
technically
sip
having
drink.
sex
Are
while
you
you're asleep.
engaging in sexual intercourse though if you are not conscious?
I whipped it out.
I think I have.
If you
Sir,
are
you know that's-
erect, if you are erect and being
Consensual.
well, it doesn't
No one's-
necessarily.
so it doesn't
that
matter
doesn't
if
mean
it's
it's consensual. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
You're in dream state. That's like
you
international
can still
waters.
be involved in sex without it being consensual, right?
That's like
So
saying someone who gets roofied didn't get raped. They got
they were
they
still
had sex,
but they were
No.
still involved in it. They were still raped, but it was still a sexual.
No, there's a difference because
Ah.
you're asleep. You weren't drugged. So it's like international waters. You know, you can gamble on international waters. If you're actually just
I feel like if you're
asleep
truly unconscious-
and weren't drugged and you are erect and somebody finishes you off, I think that's a consensual thing. Like,
Yeah, that's a consensual service, I feel like.
Well, that's not what I was talking about. I'm just saying, like, you probably were partially conscious. You were slumped from the drink, but you were still conscious enough to get erect.
he
'Cause
wakes
you're
up at the last second.
Because you're unconscious. I mean, you can get erect. Obviously, that's where wet dreams come from, and you wake up in morning wood.
yeah.
Morning wood, yeah.
But I feel like you'd wake up.
I was just getting head for a really
I
long
think it
time.
depends on
woke
how
up-
deep a sleeper you are.
Yeah, I woke up with
Falling asleep.
my dick in a girl's mouth and like it was like full
That's
on.
not. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
That's like sexual act.
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
asleep.
honestly, I think if it's agreed upon before, like
just
you
said-
can
you
wake
said
me up
sexual
like this,
act.
like
You didn't say sex.
Isn't sex only like
Sexual intercourse. Penis in vagina or penis in butthole or whatever you do, you know? Or
so penis
vagina.
and mouth is not considered sexual.
No,
I mean,
because
it's technically oral
intercourse.
sex.
I mean, I have this thing where a mouth has no gender. Mouth is gender fluid.
You keep saying this and it worries me
Like a
every
mouth
time you
is,
say
you know,
it.
it's like a tooth is a tooth, and
Right, but
Where's
who does
the
that
tongue?
mouth
Is a tongue.
belong
Tooth
to?
is a
though?
tooth.
a tongue
Right.
is a tongue, a lip is
Yeah,
a
I'm
lip.
not
Right,
getting
but,
a
but
dragon
what
blowjob,
does that
bro.
mouth belong to?
It doesn't matter. It's just the
What do you
mouth.
mean,
If
what,
you're only
like-
focused on the mouth.
I'm
Like
not
they're
getting
not
a
human?
blowjob from a dragon just
Stop
because it's
it.
a mouse. Bro.
Are you insinuating that whoever Michael is getting filleted by is not human? Subhuman, if any.
No, I'm not insinuating that.
Well, can you let me know what insinuating means then?
Insinuating means that you're inferring something.
What does inferring mean?
Stop it, bro.
Has to do
It
with
means you're implying.
fur.
Wait, no, I
Has-
thought inference is I thought an inference is different than like implying something, right?
inference is like something that you read, I think, right?
Blake, what is an inference?
Look it up.
Okay, I got a question for y'all.
Buy
Is
your
this
own
cheating?
screwdriver kit.
You have a wife. You're married. And
Wait, say one more time.
Yes,
Is
it's
this
cheating.
cheating?
Yes, it's
you
cheating.
have a
it's
wife.
cheating,
You're
yes.
married.
Yes.
You
Well, hold
go-
on, let him finish.
You go online, you play
Yes.
World of Warcraft, right?
Yes.
And your character
Online girlfriend.
is in the World of Warcraft, and then it does a sexual act with another character in the game.
No, it's not.
Oh no.
It's not cheating.
That's a Big
Yeah.
Bang episode.
Yeah,
Big Bang Theory episode.
I think I
That's
remember.
not
that,
cheating.
But no, that's
If
not.
you're like
technically.
going and getting like a waifu on WoW, that's kind of like cheating a little bit because that's like texting someone like, "Hey, you're my girlfriend now."
If you meet up with the girl that plays
Yeah.
that character and fuck her, then that's cheating right there.
it's a little weird, like to have a
How do you hold on? You can't have
virtually sexual
you can't have
relationship with
sexual
someone.
acts. They don't do sexual acts in WoW. There's none.
Are you
of that.
sure? Let's get
He
DJ.
was meeting up with
No, there
this troll
isn't.
under a bridge, and they were talking dirty to each other.
Okay, they're chatting.
Yeah, and they were making their characters do little.
Were they jerking
dances.
off while
they
they
were
were
just
doing
dancing and making it look weird.
It's Big Bang Theory. They don't really get into it,
Yeah,
but I
and
figured
they
I'd ask.
it? So we can assume they were jerking
Yeah.
off. All right.
doing something.
But
Yeah.
his character was the girl.
So Sheldon's gay?
No, Howard is the character. Bernadette is the wife.
Oh yeah.
And Howard was getting on WoW, nerding out with like goblins and trolls under bridges and stuff.
Sounds
Because
like
he was this girl character.
Well, they're not even human, so it's okay.
yeah.
Oh, and he's a girl too.
and they're virtual, like they're not even real.
They're goblins, Mark. You fucking really asking us?
So do y'all think the Striking Vipers episode is gay then?
I don't watch Big Bang Theory.
No, I mean that's Black Mirror.
I haven't seen
I
Black
haven't
Mirror
seen
either.
that.
Striking vipers.
That is the funniest Black Mirror episode ever.
I think the last Black Mirror episode I saw was the one where
It actually matters.
she's like, they're like the guy's working out or something like that. He's steady on the workout bike.
Bro, y'all, that's the first episode of like season 2.
Mark,
That's a
look.
good one. It
That was a
is.
good one.
That's cool, Jordan. Jordan's doing magic with his cup. It will not tip over. But basically, this episode, this dude gifts his best friend with this virtual reality game, and it's basically it's like an Oculus, and you and your best friend can
Black
connect
Mirror, sorry.
online. And ultimately, they do, and they're playing different characters. And at the end of their fight, their characters like start making out and stuff.
Wait, I think you told me about that. Like when Black Mirror was first like getting popular, like a year ago.
So the dude who was gifted the game by his best friend, he has like a girlfriend, they get married, and he's like, look, bro, I love my wife, and that's just weird. And he's like, but it's a game, bro.
But it's just a game, bro.
my character.
Dude, I feel like we've talked about this before.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's a good episode. You guys should watch
No,
it.
I could have swore I remember you saying something along those lines.
Because it sounds similar, right?
Guys,
Like,
we all need to
is
get
that
VR
gay?
headsets so we can play D&D in VR.
Dude,
Oh.
I think I told y'all about that one job opportunity, quote unquote, that I had with
Yeah,
the
yeah. What
VR.
happened with that?
Oh my god,
Bro,
no,
what-
I
any
walked
follow-ups?
away.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I walked away
he call
from
you
that
again?
guy. No, he didn't. He knew better.
Blake's still dealing with that fucking. I want to know what's Blake's deal with those fucking entrepreneurs is going on. Like,
Entrepreneurs.
yeah, he got. I don't know. That's why I said I need to get in contact with Blake.
What's he dealing with? The mob?
He's trying to like fucking mine Bitcoin or some shit.
Oh,
Ooh, Ethereum? You're doing
Bro, I've been
Ethereum?
watching a lot of stuff on the
We're
mob
talking to
lately.
people not on.
yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Watch Michael Francis.
Michael
Bro,
Francis.
He was,
I was
in the mob. He's the only
Oh, yeah.
mobster still out, like that's actually out that lived through like the John Gotti era
I was
of the
looking
Colombo
into,
family.
I was looking into this guy called Tommy Karate Patera.
yeah, Michael Francis interviews him too.
That guy was crazy,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Like killing people, cutting them up, and then stuffing them into.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, you already knew about that name?
Well, I knew about him, but the mentality behind the people who are able to do that isn't usually like this linear line of thinking. Yeah.
We're talking about mobsters.
Yeah.
How do we get on those on that?
Oh, he said he was in. He said he was
I
in
recently
actuality.
started like looking into like
Mikey Frenzy.
Yeah, Michael
different
Francis.
mobsters,
Yeah,
you
that's,
know.
that's
He's actually mentioned in Goodfellas whenever.
Probably watch a lot of biographics. The YouTube channel biographics. They probably have tons of
Oh, yeah.
stuff about.
Well, Michael Francis has his own YouTube channel. He went to jail and then got out. Like he went to jail for extortion and all like racketeering and all the stuff.
Classic mob.
Classic mob stuff, but he never told on anyone he got out. And in 1984, he was on the top 50 of mobsters. They publicized it in a magazine. I think it was People or something. of mobsters of all time. He was in the top 50. And then now, every single one of them are dead, except for him. And they're either dead because they went to jail or they were fucking shot. Like, these are big time bosses. And he's a renowned Christian, right? But he gives lectures on his past life to try to prevent other people from getting involved with the mob and stuff like that. And he has his own YouTube channel where he interviews with this guy named Vlad, and they fucking bring other fucking mobsters. And these are old dudes too now. These are guys from like the fucking 50s and 60s, and they'll get on there and fucking talk. And then he'll do gangster movie reviews. He'll be like, top 5 gangster movies, reviewed and blah 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 blah.
Bro, what was number one? Do you
Donnie
remember?
Brasco was number 1.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I was just gonna watch a gangster fucking movie marathon, and that's all.
Casino. Well, that's gangster, right?
Donnie Brasco, The
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, of course.
Yeah.
Godfather,
Of course.
the original one, and Casino.
Okay. What was it? Top 4?
It was he
Those
does
are his
a-
favorites.
Yeah, those
American
are his
Gangster
favorites.
has
Bro,
to be on
what
there.
about-
Frank
American
Lucas.
Gangster is in there, but he's doing it based on.
I mean, tops, yeah.
Yeah, American Gangster is in. I think that one's next. If he does a top 10 too. The John Gotti one, not the fucking John Travolta one. He says that's the worst gangster movie made of all time.
The Irishman has to be.
The Irishman's in there.
I mean, because it's one of those. Even though it's newer, the time that they took to make it.
The
And
Departed's in there.
Damn it! That was the movie. The Departed.
That's a good
I was
movie.
like, that's like one of my
Because
favorite.
that's based
mob
on a
movies.
true story.
It's
So Scarface has to be
good.
lower in because
Scarface is lower in because they
his
just took
ambition.
it was all
Is that
fake.
mob? Scarface doesn't
Scarface
seem like mob to me.
Well, no, Scarface was the most brutal mobster
Okay.
of all time. Have you ever watched the not the Expendables, the guy who caught Elliot Ness, the FBI agent who caught the
you're
actual
talking about
Scarface.
not Highwayman. I know what you're talking about. Jesus.
Yeah, like he was on the FBI team that brought down Scarface. Was a mobster in Chicago, and he was the boss.
Okay.
He was known for inviting people to his house for a big dinner at this fucking really long table and then beating them with a fucking baseball bat. Like,
Bro,
the guy
Casino
was
style.
fucking savage. And he was evading, and the only reason why he got caught, tax evasion. Because he had all this income. Eventually, they couldn't catch him on any crime, any racketeering. The RICO Act was invented because of him. And so the movie Scarface, they just took his name and used that.
There were things that he did that were similar. Like
That were similar.
He kills his sister's husband.
That
Like,
worked for him. That was
yeah.
his friend. Yeah,
he
did
killed
do
one
that.
of his workers because he ultimately was messing with his sister on a serious level. He didn't take that.
But he had like
didn't
fucking
take kindly to that.
syphilis, and he died of that like in prison.
He built early Miami and turned it into what it is. Like
Yeah,
this
from
dude's
Chicago.
Crazy.
Oh, did he? He
Yeah.
did it from Chicago. That's
Yeah,
dope.
like he was the main, and he was also part of the main mob bosses that were
they were
investing
doing that
in
shit
Las
in
Vegas.
The Irishman.
Yeah,
They were doing
Yes.
the Miami shit in The Irishman. I remember that.
Because at that point in time, there were so many things they weren't regulating and so many things that hadn't happened yet. So it was like, oh, this place is
Al
where it
Capone.
is.
That's his name.
Yeah, yeah.
Al Capone.
I was gonna bring that to my next point. The next great, in my opinion, great gangster piece of media, Boardwalk Empire.
Lucky Luciano.
Like, if you guys have never seen, I think he's also in Boardwalk Empire too.
yeah, he was the main hitman, right?
Hard to
Can't,
forget.
yeah. He was in like season 3 or something,
Yeah.
bro. The guy, I can't remember. He was from Ant-Man. The Scott Lang's his ex-wife, the husband that was the cop.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was in season 3 of Boardwalk Empire or something like that. If you haven't seen Boardwalk Empire, you should definitely watch it. It's an amazing.
The Untouchables. That's the name of that movie with Kevin Costner playing Elliot Ness, and Sean Connery's in it. And he's like this wild fucking Irish dude with a fucking shotgun. He's just like, I'm just out here to kill mobsters. Blowing shit open.
Have y'all ever seen Road to Perdition?
Road to Perdition, great movie.
Fucking love that movie. Tom Hanks, Daniel Craig, Paul Newman. Awesome. What's
There's
up?
some Western movies that I feel like are gangster at their core.
You mean Eastern?
Lonesome Dove type thing.
All the Wild Wild West shit, bro. It's fucking
Oh, like
gangsta.
Old West movies.
Yeah.
Tombstone.
Bro, all those cowboys are basically gangsters. Like,
Yeah. You
like
just
that
walked
Wyatt
around-
Earp, like
Walked around with fucking guns, and you're like, oh, you got something to say? All right.
yeah, for sure. Walking in the saloon, you're classic. They run the shit like.
Well, Wyatt Earp was different. Wyatt Earp was a fucking U.S. Marshal, retired,
True.
went out to fucking Kansas City to make some money,
Yeah.
and then went to Arizona, and then people started fucking around, and he was like, I'm gonna unretire myself by force.
Which is why Brasco is so broken.
So he became basically just like a bounty hunter, right?
Yeah, well, he killed all the cowboys in the area.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of
My brother's
Brasco,
name is Wyatt.
Have you seen Killerman?
Killerman.
No.
Okay, I figured you had. Okay, Killerman's like a modern day Brasco.
Yeah, modern Donnie Brasco, where he fucking goes.
Ooh, Iceman?
Wait,
Iceman?
the movie?
Yeah.
No,
It's based on a true story. I don't know the guy's name. You remember Zod from
he a
Man of
pimp?
Steel?
Yes.
The guy who plays Zod from Man of Steel?
Yes.
That guy is the main character, and he's like a hitman basically.
Okay.
And he works for the mob and all these various different.
Oh,
like-
he's a real. Yeah,
He's a real dude.
Richard Kokolinski.
yeah, bro. This guy is a Iceman literally because he's, bro, cold as ice.
Richard Leonard Kokolinski, also known as the Iceman, was an American criminal and murderer.
He didn't kill
He
like.
ran a burglary ring and distributed pirated pornography.
Yeah, bro.
Fargo, the show Fargo, is the inner workings of these stories that the police can corroborate the stories.
It's just like the movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Fargo's
cool.
a pretty good show, and I saw some.
really
Of it.
cool. I like it a lot.
Oh, have y'all seen Seven Ronin?
No.
That's a really good movie too.
Is it not 47 wrong?
No. There's an. It's Seven Ronin. It's an American movie.
Okay.
I can't remember who was. It's a good movie though. It's like this group of like criminals that come together and they have to do this job. God, the act like one of the main guys in it. He's.
Did
Oh no, it's not Seven Ronin. It's just Ronin.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's just Ronin, and it has De Niro, obviously.
oh
Yeah, it's De Niro.
Okay, never mind.
I don't know how.
Then it's
I
a
don't
good
know how
movie.
I
It's a
forgot.
good
Yeah,
movie.
De Niro
Most
is a beast. He's like an ex-criminal. He's like this legendary like thief or like burglar, and he was like never been caught.
There's this badass.
Sean Bean is in it,
Sean's
of course.
Like Arsene Lupin.
Sean Bean's in it. Robert De Niro. John Reno. I don't know
John
if you know who
Reno,
that
yeah.
is. Stellan Skarsgård is in it. The guy, the doctor from Thor, Dr. Selznick.
Dr.
Eric
Eric
Selvig?
But I know who you're talking about. The
Yeah, I know
dude
who you're talking
who's
about.
walking around in his underwear,
Yes, he's in it.
planting the probes. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it.
Jordan, you gotta watch that Loki, bro.
I know I was gonna try to watch it before y'all came over, but I didn't have enough time.
I went home and I.
I'll
The
pop that.
newest episode?
Yeah.
We can talk
We're
about
not
up
gonna
to
talk
3,
about it.
guys.
We're not
We can
gonna talk about it.
Guys, we
Yeah.
can talk about up to 3.
Right.
No, there's nothing to talk about.
There's
Like,
nothing to talk about.
up to 3.
I mean, there's plenty to talk about up to 3, actually.
I mean, there's female Loki. There's all of the
All the
TVA
TVA
employees are deviant, not deviants.
Variants.
I
Variants,
don't know why I
yeah.
keep calling them deviants. Same shit though.
I mean, yeah, they basically are
They-
kind of deviants.
They
like-
deviated
Yeah.
from the timeline.
I'm doing alright. I'm in the middle of a recording.
Of course you are, Mark.
Oh yeah.
He just
I'm in the
takes
middle of a
the
recording.
phone call.
there's a lot to
There's so
talk
much
about, actually.
But they actually this is like, let's say the sequel to, like, this should have been one whole episode.
Yeah.
It's just
What, episode 4?
Yeah, like it's episode 4 and 3.
Oh, 3 and 4. Like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because we don't really know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, because the arc goes down and then you're just like left there.
I kind of disagree. Have you seen movies that do the 2-part things?
Yeah,
All
like-
movies do that. It's called acts, Mark. They do 3 parts too.
All right, so The Matrix, when they did
Unless
the
it's
to be
Kabuki
continued.
There's an act 1, an act 2, and then an act 3.
Matrix Reloaded to Revolutions. That was a necessary to be continued. We would have missed so much.
I get what you're saying.
I get what
Harry
you're saying
Potter,
only
part 1 and
because
part 2.
I get what you're saying only because Act 2 bled into Matrix Revolutions, right? Because when they start the movie,
This
you
isn't a
can-
movie we're talking about. We're talking about a show.
I know,
Yeah.
but like in a whole, like if you're doing a whole
in a show,
episode-
there's an act 1, 2, and 3 of every episode.
correct, and there was one in episode 3, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you.
And so when episode 4 starts, it starts in with another act 1. When you've seen it, right? They they reset you into an act 1, and then but if you would have done it all together without the reset, it could definitely have
it still
been-
would have made sense.
It still would have been a
lot of
1,
sense.
2,
Yeah.
and then 3.
I see what you're saying.
Okay, and the reset could have been done at the very beginning of episode 3. It really, honestly could.
Yeah, because I mean, there's like when you're talking about storytelling, a lot of times the first thing you do, there's like some external event that springs you forward to go on your adventure or whatever. It's called the call to action.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, the call to action.
Call to action?
Like Obi-Wan coming to Luke and being like, "We gotta go."
Yeah, and then setting a basis
That's call
of the
to
plot
action.
line. Okay, yeah.
Most TV shows and movies, like especially like superhero themed shows and like this Disney stuff, they go based off the hero's journey, which is like it's a circle, right? It starts where you have.
Which is funny because Loki with loops, like.
So Loki, he starts at this point where he's like, he's a villain, right? But he's also kind of like a reluctant. In his other, like, if you take like Ragnarok Loki, who dies at the beginning of Infinity War, he's almost like a reluctant hero, kind of like Han Solo. He wants to be bad, but it's like.
The interesting thing about this Loki is he's not that Loki. He's Loki from 2012.
That is true.
Yet he's seen his future, and he realizes that not only can he not go back, he doesn't exist. Like,
not only that, he realizes that his power level is insufficient. Like, and he's not as strong as he thought he was, even as a god.
Yeah, he's always had this. Like he put himself on a pedestal because he's a god.
Right.
Yeah.
He even did that to Thanos. He's like, "You'll never be a god,"
and still die.
and it doesn't matter because there's this great power in the universe. The Infinity Stones don't matter. Like what you thought doesn't fucking matter.
These fucking timekeepers.
The things that actually rock him to the core are his knowledge that the TVA give to him, the TRA give to him,
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
like-
like, "You're the reason your mom died." That's still fucking with him because keep in mind, as much as he wanted to be the bad guy, he was still almost a hero.
Do you think that's why he has an affinity towards what's her name? Not Lady Loki. What's her name? Sylvie. That's why he has affinity to her, because she's still like an existence of Asgard.
I think that
Because he's destroyed Asgard.
No, I think that Owen Wilson's character has caused Loki to deal with everything head on because they know the truth. They've seen the story. There's no, this is your side, and that's all I hear. So they're like, nah, bro, you're a piece of shit. You were doing shitty things. That's not true. You're making things up, and you need to keep it 100. And so that's caused him to be better, especially in dealing with her, because she's no bullshit.
Well, I think the thing that Owen Wilson fucked up with is keeping it 100 with him from the beginning, to let him know that not only is he a variant and then he doesn't exist, because he's holding him to this thing. It was like, you tell me what I want to know, and then Loki's like, well, then you're gonna fucking purge me, right? So he was never upfront with him that he had a trust for him. I think if he would have came out and been like, look, I'm your friend on this, you know, maybe Loki wouldn't have fucking stabbed in the back, so to speak, you know. Nah.
No, I think it all led to Loki needed to hear those things. He needed to hear that it's your actions that caused ultimately your mom to die. You are destined
to hear that, but but Owen just being like, I'm just here to fucking make sure you don't do something stupid, you know.
He would have acted the same regardless.
I
It's
feel
Loki.
like the dumbest thing he said was, I believe in, is it the TRA?
TVA.
TVA. Yeah, I believe
Time
in the
variance
TVA.
authority, right?
So he's got like half the equation, bro. He's like wholeheartedly, I'm a Christian. I do the work of God. And he ain't read the whole Bible. And he's not trying to read it either.
Now maybe he's read. I mean, that's like saying
he's seen the whole.
I do see what you're saying.
I see what you're saying,
Like,
too.
I
agree with what you're saying.
I see what you're saying. Like he's enforcing something that he really doesn't even know anything about.
no
I just
one knows.
believe it.
Nobody that works there knows.
But here's the
Right.
thing: he's the closest one to be able to think about life outside of the TVA. When Loki's talking to him, jet skis. When Loki's talking to him, and just like
He probably loved.
he's
jet
like, we're
skis
the
in
only
his
ones
past
with
life.
free will. And then he was like, no, I couldn't do it. You know, like backed out but he in that moment you could tell he was kind of like, maybe it would be nice to go out there and get me a jet ski with my own free will, because I could do whatever I want to do because I exist outside of this sacred timeline and I don't need to go back. It was in that moment where I was like, this guy is fucking variant just like Loki, maybe, you know, like how could he not exist in the timeline as well? Like these timekeepers are just creating fucking people outside of the time. No, that's not how shit works.
What frustrated me was all of the effort that Sylvie put into getting to that golden elevator just for Loki to be like, variant jacket, sorry, and then everybody run up on him.
I think he did that shit on purpose.
Do you know what would have went
for
down
sure.
had she got into that elevator? She
He
was
doesn't-
on a mission. Like,
You think he cares about the agenda of what he perceives to be a lesser Loki? Every Loki
True.
is gonna think they're the best and fuck all other Lokis.
And he understands that.
yeah,
I don't know. We can't
No,
hear you
you
because you're not
can't.
speaking. In,
No,
I'm questioning whether I should even say it because I
Yeah, you
don't.
probably shouldn't if
I
you're
don't.
rushing it.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're questioning it, don't say it.
Yeah.
The next episode's so good, bro.
Bro, you should definitely watch.
Have
this.
you been? Are you caught up in Bad Batch?
I'm started watching
Then
it.
be quiet.
I started, but I am putting in the effort. I started watching it.
Good,
yeah. Did you watch
My boy
the chef?
Crosshair, my boy. Yeah,
bro.
I'm
I
with
don't
it.
have time to just fucking watch like.
Actually, Crosshair is my least favorite character so far.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
A good soldier follows orders.
Yeah.
He was my
Very
least favorite in the Clone Wars.
I do
Bad
like him
Batch
though.
too.
I like his concept and how like when they threw that knife and he like shot it.
yeah,
into
that
the
was
droid.
really cool. That was
Bro.
really cool.
They're awesome when they work together. I love the Bad Batch, but yeah, I mean
Wrecker's grown on to be
Wrecker
my
is-
favorite this series.
Hunter is my favorite, but Wrecker is a close second for sure.
Wrecker is so funny.
And I love Tech. He's cool.
Tech is really cool. Yeah.
Tech's cool. Echo's dope because I knew him from the Clone War. You get to see Echo in the Clone War series.
Yeah.
How he ends up that way. too.
Yeah, and he gets rescued.
So I need to. So I need to
That's what I
stop
was-
watching Bad Batch.
No,
and
you
go
don't
back.
have to. Like that's what I
you-
was saying. You don't have to watch Clone Wars, but you get a lot more.
Your Disney Plus should say like
This is the episode you could watch. to lead
Clone
up.
Wars or Bad Batch Clone Wars you need to watch. Like if you just scroll down, it'll have select episodes where you should watch them if you watch the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
And it'll just be like 10 episodes and you can just look and see which one it is. and-
Clone Wars. I need to watch Clone Wars and then Bad Batch. Or should I watch what was it, Rebels?
Rebels is after Clone.
Yeah.
That was after Bad Batch.
Yeah,
Rebels,
Rebels-
takes place 15 years after.
I think it's really cool how like parts of what was going on in the movie are like made now in animation in the Bad Batch, like
Order
movie?
66.
Order
Oh,
66.
yeah, that's dope, huh?
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Bro,
how
that's
they,
what
how they
make-
transitioned.
Oh, and then Kanan Jarrus, the Jedi Padawan in the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
He's the master of Ezra Bridger from Rebels.
From Rebels. That's where that's connected.
Wow.
But he's still
so
a
a
boy.
lot like all his Star Wars shit, man, it's connected. The only thing that's not connected is guess what? Sequels.
What do
I mean,
need
there
to-
is connections, obviously, because there's characters in that movie that are connected to the previous movies, but still.
What do I need to watch first?
I mean, you've already started Bad Batch. You could start Bad Batch and then go back and watch. I mean, you could either go watch those episodes before you continue, or you could keep watching.
Yeah, Bad Batch is great on its own. You don't need to like go back into the lore to be like, if you really wanted to like learn how
How everything connects.
everything connects, then do that.
If you care about the characters, you'll watch the episodes on your own. You don't need to ask. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean,
and in Star Wars, when your question is like, where do I start? The answer is from the beginning.
But
Always.
where is the beginning?
All right, that's
The
what I was
Clone
about-
Wars or Rebels?
No,
well,
the
Rebels,
is after, so
15
Clone-
years after.
Clone Wars is what I need to watch
Yeah.
first.
You don't
Clone
even
Wars
really
is-
need to watch Rebels. You can watch like a recap on YouTube because most of the important shit happens in the third and fourth season.
third
right?
and fourth season.
I'm gonna
yeah.
say it like this, bro. Continue watching Bad Batch, and then go back.
Coming
and
from someone who
watch-
hasn't watched all Clone Wars.
Go back and watch the other things that tie it all together. Because
Just because I'm already watching.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're gonna make some other new Star Wars thing, and it's just gonna connect with some old Star Wars thing. So I mean,
Not necessarily true. It's been a really long time since they've made like Clone Wars season 7 was several years in the making. It's been and first of all, Clone Wars got canceled and then it got brought back.
That was the thing. Clone Wars season 7 should have been put out
Years
like
ago.
8 years ago, and then it was canceled, and then Netflix picked it up, Clone Wars, and it fucking blew the fucking shit out of Netflix. And then they were like, okay, we're gonna fund your final season to Dave Filoni, and they picked that up, and then that was right when the whole Disney takeover of Star Wars happened. So it took a while for it to go from Netflix onto Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But that's how Netflix funded season 7 of Clone Wars.
And season 7 of Clone Wars,
and it was already done.
Directly connects to Order 66, and the Bad Batch.
It literally links up with episode 3, and the Bad Batch is like a 15-minute continuation from there. It was like when you watch the first episode of the Bad Batch, Order 66 literally just happened.
The first episode of season 7 is actually called the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
It's where you get introduced to them.
Yeah, like Troop 99.
But you get introduced to, because Echo's not on Bad Batch until that episode. They actually, I believe they save
rescue him.
Yeah, because he had got captured like 3 seasons before, and he was being used for intel against the Republic. So that's why he's all fucking ghost looking with all those, and he has no arm. He was like completely like tortured and mutilated so they could get his information.
And Troop 99 rescued him because they are the Bad Batch of clones. So they went to save their fellow new Bad Batch.
Well, technically, no, they just want. It was just a rescue mission.
It was just a rescue mission.
And then he joined. He decided to join at the end.
That's why I said, like, you can watch all the original Star Wars, what they intended, or without the last ones, in a different order. You can keep watching what you're watching. It's gonna end, and then you can go back and watch all the stuff that led up to that.
Why do I feel like when we talk, you don't like get anything from it?
Because I know what y'all are saying. I'm like, all right, as soon as.
But
this
you just
is
said
over,
the
I'm gonna
same
watch
thing
the
you
other.
said before we said what we said.
Because this is going to end before he'll have time to watch all of the other episodes.
That's not true at all. There's 7 more episodes. There's 7 weeks before Bad Batch is over. You could watch 10 episodes of a 20-minute per episode show.
Loki's the one that's got 2 more.
Yeah, Loki's about to end.
Loki's about to
There's only
end.
2 more episodes.
2 more episodes.
Grr.
Yeah, bro.
Can't
That's
play
why.
with time that much, bro.
And then on July 9th, fucking Black Widow drops.
I'm not that excited for that movie, honestly. She's dead.
Yeah, but I don't know how this is going to connect with Phase 5. It's going to connect somehow. It's going to be
True.
something.
It's honestly, I'm going to watch it because it's
So
Marvel
this
and
is
it's
just
ScarJo.
like a backstory, basically.
It's a backstory.
It's a backstory.
Yeah, it's her backstory. Which is cool. But we've been waiting for it for fucking years.
What do you call it?
They should have dropped that shit before she died.
It's her dying swan, or what do you call it?
Swan
The
song.
Swan song, yeah. Like,
Women's empowerment, bro.
me too.
What? There's been
Look,
women's empowerment.
Yes,
I will
bro.
watch an hour and a half to 2 hours of Scarlett Johansson's ass.
Here.
I don't
That's
even
why.
mind.
That's what I
Here.
said. But I'm still not that excited for
Yeah.
it. It's not no Doctor Strange, and it's not no Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania. But
Oh, anybody see the adjustment to the end of the WandaVision?
yeah, it looks. I saw a clip of it. It looks interesting. It's probably Vision.
It's probably Vision. I think
Yeah,
it's Vision. You
I think
saw
it's
it?
Vision.
No.
They redid the post credit to WandaVision at the last episode.
So I just got to go back and rewatch it.
Just watch the post credit. You know where they're zooming in on the cabin.
Yeah.
They start off from the forest.
Yeah.
And it goes there. Well, now you can see an apparitional man with a cape, shadow. It kind of looks like he's phasing to me.
It really looks he looks translucent.
He looks translucent.
and it does look like he's kind of. It looks like a glitch almost.
Yeah.
Like they didn't mean to do it.
Like
but
they just put it on
clearly
there.
intentional.
It's clearly intentional.
'Cause it wasn't there
And
before.
Marvel came out and said they did it.
Yeah.
And it's just
It
on
has to
the,
be Vision
on the post credit.
dropping in.
I don't even understand
remember
what that means.
No, because I remember the original first one. They said you could see a cape like when she's on the porch. When it's zooming in, you could see like a cape.
I remember
figure,
reading that,
and
but
everyone
I
was
never saw
theorizing-
it.
Everyone was theorizing that it was Doctor Strange, and I think that Marvel did that retcon to kind of clarify a little more. It's instead of because everyone thinks it's Doctor Strange,
Or Doctor Doom.
I still don't think it's Doom. It could be. Remember, because I was telling you about because she's in Sokovia, right?
Yeah.
And Sokovia is basically it's like a Russian.
Right next door to.
It could be next door to Latveria, which is the nation that Doctor Doom lords over. Man, Doctor Doom is probably my favorite Marvel villain.
Doom is dope.
Bro, he's as smart as like Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Professor Xavier. He can wield magic like Doctor Strange, maybe not Sorcerer Supreme level, and he's fucking like he's got the tech knowledge of I already said the smartness of Tony Stark. Still,
The question is when Doctor Doom comes, because he's gonna come eventually.
Yeah.
But what will the MCU do with him? Because he's already been fucked over one time.
I think
in that
the original
horrible
Fantastic Four,
remake.
the second one was terrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
horrible.
the original one where they had that Doctor Doom, he was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Julian McMahon.
Yes.
I like him.
From the Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
where Chris Evans was Johnny
Yeah.
Storm.
Yeah,
I
your
actually
favorite guy,
enjoyed,
you know?
Julian McMahon.
I enjoyed.
That's where he learned
Shut
to
up.
hate Chris Evans.
Shut up.
That's where the hate started.
Bro,
I will jump across this fucking table. How can you hate
man.
someone you don't know?
That's where the hate started.
in a barrel down there. Bro, I hate that shit.
You're telling me,
That's his
my
life.
bro?
God.
That's Disney, bro. They say campy lines all the time like that shit. Come on, man. And that's, bro. He's from the '40s. Cut him some slack.
Yeah, bro.
I guess.
He's all in like the Jiminy Cricket
You
era.
see, bro. You saw when, bro. Even his boxing gym looks like it's from the '40s.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
who the
true.
fuck designed that,
That's true.
He did.
bro?
I like Captain America as a character. Bro.
You hurt my
It's
feelings.
just-
Chris Evans
It's
great.
just Chris Evans, bro. Like
I love Chris Evans. Have you not seen Knives Out,
No.
bro? He's in that movie.
I think we were talking about that
And
last time.
I know you don't like Snowpiercer, but Snowpiercer.
No.
You said you
Knives
said you
Out
didn't
was
like
way
it.
better than Snowpiercer.
You said what?
Knives Out is way better than Snowpiercer.
I thought Knives Out was better, like plot wise, like the story, but I liked the weirdness of Snowpiercer. It appeals to my it's like a dystopian, it's a dystopian future, but you're all on a train.
The only thing I really like about the Snowpiercer is the last time we were talking about it on the podcast, we found out Mark thought the Titanic was fake.
Yeah, I remember that.
There were some parts of it that just sound fake as fuck.
Obviously, they embellished it. It's directed by the guy who made Avatar.
So yeah, that's it.
There was some
I don't remember what I thought was fake as fuck, but I'm like, yeah, that just
It was
seems
the
fake
guy.
as fuck.
It was the guy. The boat guy that was putting all the women and children on the boat, and you were like, there were dudes on every boat.
Who said that?
Mark.
Oh yeah, we were saying that's probably the guys that steer the boat.
Yeah, but we were like, women and children first. Mark's like, that's bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Bro, fuck
And
that
that movie's
guy.
fake,
I'm getting
so-
on one of those lifeboats.
Yeah.
Like,
right. Like,
Let's
come on now.
Let's be honest. Are you really?
in that time, no, I wouldn't have even been on the fucking shit.
No, I wouldn't
unless I
either.
was cleaning it.
I was about
you
to
know,
say
like-
you would have been a part of the fucking crew.
Yeah.
I would be in the crew too because my family is poor.
Yeah, I would either be on E deck or the crew, which
You'd
is
probably be working on the E deck
like,
or the
I would
crew.
E deck or the crew. Like,
Guys, let's wrap this podcast up a little early today.
oh, we could just like briefly discuss our trip. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, I
Wish
mean
y'all
it was
could've-
pretty simple. It's not that long.
Mark, so you endured like the bullshit Wyndham hotels with us, but you
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
get to reap the benefits of the good one because
Bro, we pulled into the cabin and it said what was the name of the place?
World Mark.
World Mark by Wyndham.
And
I was
Jordan-
like, it's Wyndham.
Jordan like turns to me like he's like, Michael, it's Wyndham. I'm like, calm down. Like, let me just explain to you. And then we like pulled in, and then we got the view. And as soon as we opened the door to the place, because I've already been to one like that, so I knew what it was kind of looked like. Except we got the handicap one.
Yeah, man, it was weird.
It was weird. All this fucking shit was.
All the
low.
counters were fucking
Low.
as hell. You know how when you go to do your dishes, you can put your feet under the little ledge. There was no ledge. You could tuck the cabinets into the fucking wall.
Into the wall, like into like
All the outlets were shorter too. Like what else?
my fucking toilet. The room for my toilet is as big as this dining room.
But your
The
shower
toilet
was not that big.
My shower wasn't that big. It was big enough to put a wheelchair in, and it had the fucking 2 nozzle system or whatever.
Yeah.
But the,
Showers are pretty good in that place.
But the fucking toilet, it was just like a room, just for the toilet. I guess so you can sit your wheelchair next to it and jump onto the toilet or something.
That's crazy.
But everything else was like primo. We were right across the street from where we needed to go to float. Like literally, we could have walked, but it was too hot. Fuck, bro.
It's been hot as fuck.
It was
man.
really hot. So I was like, put this sunscreen on me, please.
Oh
like,
man.
I was gonna die. Like, I don't even think I got that much color.
SPF.
You got a little though.
I got a little. I
Yeah,
did
you
get a
can
little
see it.
color, but it,
Jordan got eaten by some rocks.
bro. So there's 3 sets of rapids, and this was unintentional.
And
so
the water's high because it's been raining.
the water is honestly it should always be that high.
It should.
it was nice. It was great. So we got to the first rapids, and I'm way ahead of Michael and Elsa. Because I'm trying to, there's this horde of like chicks tied together, and they keep doing this thing where they'll like slow the fuck down and speed up. They're literally not doing anything. They're just going with the flow. They're just like, I can't be a part of groups that do that. They literally just sit in their tube, look at the fucking sky, drink beer the whole time, and don't move. Like I can't do that. I have to get out of my tube and move around. And
we were constantly on the move. We were like, let's go move around. I was the last one. All the time.
Michael kept getting stuck on rocks. Oh, and the first rapid. So I went down it, and I was like, oh, I'm so ahead. So I got out of my tube, and I'm like, oh my god, I was really underestimating the strength of this current. And like I can stand up to the current, but anytime I try to like walk, I just fall and slip, and it's like mossy rocks. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna let the current take me, and I'm gonna go down this rapid, and we're gonna be good.
Yeah, bro.
Hell no. I'm going down this wrecking rapid. Bow, bow, bow. Just keep getting hit by rocks. I'm like, god damn it. It's like over and over again, just getting bombarded by rocks. I didn't get hit too hard though, so I'm not like all banged up. So it's nice.
I almost flipped on the third rapid because I was coming down and it like turned me backwards, and I look up. I kept fucking hitting these big ass rocks, either like hitting them or I got stuck on top of one, like literally.
The
like
third rapid that was my favorite one.
We got tubes with the bottoms on them.
Thank God.
Fuck Christ.
I'd have got my butthole destroyed by rocks.
Bro.
That would've came.
Just like,
pow!
I love my butthole destroyed by rocks.
I don't know how to take that, Mark. I really
it
don't.
means he likes to eat rock candy.
And get his butthole blasted out when he shits him out.
All right.
But yeah, the river was fucking fun except for like the very end, and we saw some turtles. I got fucking videos.
Oh yeah, I caught a turtle.
Jordan caught a baby turtle.
Like I unintentionally, I saw like what I thought was a rock in the water. I just went like this, grabbed it, pulled it. I was like, oh, it's a turtle. It was like its little head was tucked away, and it also was like, let's go show the kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? She was like, cause science.
Cause science.
And then the kids proceed to like, ha turtle, dunk it in the water over and over again. Just
they proceeded to torture the fucking turtle afterwards.
Turtle.
That's cool.
I made out during that movie.
Master of Disguise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the boys are gonna head out, and we're gonna chill, drink some brewskis,
Celebrate Bill
play
Cosby
some beer
getting
pong, quarters maybe. You know what I mean?
Eat some Jello pudding pops.
Oh God, I'm surprised.
He didn't do it, man.
All right, so let's just instead of talking about it, let's do this. If you believe he didn't do it, you say you believe he didn't do it, and if you believe he did it, just say you believe he did it. I believe he did it.
Oh, I believe he did it.
I don't believe he did it.
I don't think he did it, man.
All right, next week we will discuss why we think Bill Cosby did or didn't do it. Peace out, y'all.
Sounds good.